A lot of people are intrigued and they are actually interested in learning how to make money online, but the one thing that is stopping them is the fact that they think that you absolutely have to show your face on camera in order to make money online. Now, if you are one of those people, I've got good news for you, okay? You absolutely can make money online without having to show your face, okay? Like a lot of people have this misconception that the only way to do this is with posting a bunch of content on social media or maybe even dancing and doing funny videos and all that type of stuff. No, it absolutely is not necessary, okay? And if you want to skip the whole process of me explaining what it's all about and would just like to get straight to a course that can show you how to do that, whether it's face forward or faceless, whether you decide that you want to do it with showing your face online or don't want to do it showing your face online, check out the first link in the description below this video. It will give you access to a course that teaches you how to do just that, creating your own digital products, right? Or selling other people's digital products as an affiliate. That is one of the things, or one of the easiest things with the lowest barrier to entry that anyone, a beginner, can get started with when it comes to making money online, right? That course will show you how to do everything from A to Z. Now, as far as the whole process in terms of what is involved when it comes to making money online without showing your face, it is relatively simple. Okay, now I don't want you to be mistaken, or I don't want you to in any way, shape, or form to think that what I'm going to be sharing or what I'm telling you about is something that's easy, right? Like something that doesn't take any work, doesn't take any effort, right? I'm not going to be one of those people that's just going to tell you what you want to hear, all in an effort to try to get you to like make a purchase of a course that I'm like the course that I am promoting in the in the link in the description below this video. I want you to know right from the get-go that this is actually going to take some work, all right? But having said that, it's not rocket science, okay? Like the whole process, everything that you need to do is actually quite simple. It's just a matter of doing, just taking the time to learn the skills, right? To learn how to do, like put the content together, right? And actually doing the work, right? Of like it's pretty simple stuff, okay? It's not rocket science. But once you learn how to do it and you've got your flow, you know what you're supposed to be doing, you have all your systems in place and everything, set up the way it needs to be set up, as you will learn, right? You'll come to find that it is actually a pretty simple process, and there are tons of people making lots of money online without having to show their face on camera, okay? Now, the process involves, it's pretty simple. Like, people are making a lot of money with what we call faceless theme pages, okay? These are going to be social media pages that you create on the likes of social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok, right? And you can even on YouTube with YouTube Shorts, creating short 6 to 7 minute, so not 7 minute, like 5 to 7 second, right? 5 to 7 second videos, right? Really short pieces of content that have the right information, right, under a particular theme, right, a particular niche, right? A very good example of one that I have used and I've actually made money with, and that I continue to make money with, is as an example in the manifestation niche, right? Manifestation, law of attraction, that type of stuff. That is, you may not be into that kind of stuff, but there are people that are very much into it, right? And there's a lot of money to be made in those particular niches, right? That is one that I've given you as a really good example. And I don't use my voice, even though I want to start doing, I want to start actually using my voice and just seeing where I can go with that. But I have these pages where I don't use my voice. I don't show my face, right? It's just basically little 5 to 7 second videos that I've created in Canva, and now I've recently even purchased some stock footage and stock footage videos to make it a little bit more engaging, where I'll create those videos, add some text to them, with quotes or it can, yeah, it can be like quotes or just little short pieces of content that I put on these videos, and I post them on the theme pages, right? And obviously there's targeting of particular keywords and all that type of stuff. All that is stuff that you will learn inside the course, right? And it's pretty straightforward stuff, okay? Pretty straightforward stuff, but the real key, right, what makes it difficult is the consistency. Like, sometimes I really want to smack myself in the face when I think about the fact that I do, like, so I remember at one point I was making it was like maybe $200 in a single week, right? And I did it on this was on a theme page which I created on TikTok, okay? And sometimes I smack myself in the face when I think about the fact that um I didn't continue, like I didn't like go all in, go hard on creating that content for TikTok and diversifying into other social media platforms like Instagram, which is what I've started to do now, right? Instagram, Facebook, even Pinterest and YouTube Shorts, right? All these different social media platforms that are that are suitable for short form content, right? Short form content. And this is stuff that, again, this highlights what makes this stuff difficult, right? It's actually, for me anyway, at the time, it was actually kind of tedious going through the process of making those pages, of making those little pieces of content and putting them together and putting them on TikTok, especially when I felt like the amount of money that I was making seemed like it wasn't commensurate to the amount of work that I was putting in. But it's just because I didn't have the right processes in place. I didn't have the right I don't know how to put it, like not yeah, I guess you could say systems or procedures, right? Like, I didn't have a good workflow, right? I was figuring things out on my own. I didn't really know what I was doing. It's not until I purchased this course, the same one that I'm recommending, first link in the description below this video, that I realized where how much harder I was making things for myself, right? Now there's all kinds of tools and stock footage and stuff that you can use, or even just creating your own b-roll video, right, with your phone, out about in nature, on the roads, all that type of stuff, right? um it's actually a lot simpler than I was making it to be, but it's just the difficulty is the discipline and the consistency that it requires, right? It's two things, right? If you want to make money from these things without having to put in the without having to put in the work that's required when you want to do it organically, you're going to have to pay for ads, okay? You can pay for ads, and that just makes the whole process a little quicker. But again, you're spending money which is not necessarily guaranteed to earn to turn a profit, right? Especially if you don't know what you're doing, because when you spend on ads, you're going to have to test a little bit. There are going to be some things that work better than others, some that work, some that don't work at all. They bomb, so you end up losing money, right? um if you were to start this, I would highly encourage you to go the organic route. See what works. When you have pieces of content that work, those are the ones that now you may want to, like, supercharge with paid, boost them up with paid media, let's just put it that way, okay? But it's really, really, really simple once you know what you're doing. You don't even have to like, this is something I honestly, you can, if you are one of those type of people that wants to go look up how to do this online and learn how to do it for free. I'm sure there's videos out there that you might be able to find on YouTube that might show you how to do it in detail, step by step. But I'm one of those that prefers to just go through a course that is laid out and step by step and shown by people that have actually successfully done this stuff and know what they're talking about, right? That have actually made hundreds of thousands, in some cases even millions doing this stuff, right? I just like to learn from the best, or not necessarily, they don't even have to be the best. I just like to learn from people who have done exactly what I'm trying to do, right? Which is why I'm the type of person that's willing to purchase a course that will show me how to do all this stuff step by step. So if you are interested and you do want to learn, if you and you do want to learn how to start going about making money online without showing your face in various different niches, it doesn't have to be just manifestation like I did it in. You can, there's like the health niche, right? There's the wealth niche, there's relationships. I've seen it in all kinds of spaces where people are making good amounts of money without showing their faces at all. Okay. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions about it, let me know in the comment section below. I will be sure to respond. I don't have that big of a channel, so I haven't gotten to a point where I can't keep up with the comments, right? So for those of you who have been around on my channel, you will know that, or for those of you who have commented on my channel, you will know that I always respond no matter what. Okay, so feel free to hit me up with anything that you want to know, and I will be sure to respond. Right? Don't forget, if you want to get access, is going to be that first link in the description below this video, and take it from there. All right. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next one. Ciao.